Hello everyone, and welcome to a second royal reading today, a Tuesday here at MadWorldTarot. And we are following up our previous reading, Harry and the British public, and this bring him in from the cold story, Operation Bring the Has-Been Back in from the Cold. Now I'm going to be looking at one of the key players in the scheme, if those sources, those friends had their way, and that is Edward Lane Fox. Of course, he was Harry's former private secretary. He's the one who fixed the mess after Harry did the naked billiards thing in Vegas. Edward Lane Fox was the one who rehabilitated Harry's reputation way back then. They set up the Invictus Games, and Harry was the golden boy suddenly, and all forgiven. And now these same friends that are behind the scheme to bring Harry back in from the cold are hoping that Edward Lane Fox might spearhead this return, this comeback, rehabilitate Harry again. And one of them says when he last saw Edward Lane Fox out and about, he thought to himself, he would like to say to Edward Lane Fox, please bring our boy home. It's the right time now. This was the thought that the friend had. I'm sure friend meaning PR person. That's just my personal opinion. But the Daily Mail, of course, trotted along and asked Mr. Lane Fox what he thought of this notion. And he said, it's not something I've got a view on, I'm afraid. So that doesn't bode well, does it? If you're the has-been or the has-been support crowd or his PR person who's hatching this scheme, and Edward Lane Fox is saying, no, I don't have a view on this, I'm afraid. Very British, very sort of understated, but you can read a world into that little statement. So, well, we're going to read a world in, see, with the Apprentice Tarot, the one that spoke to me and said, my turn. Haven't used it in a while. And we're going to ask the Apprentice Tarot, what's the story? What's the relationship between Harry and his former private secretary? How does Edward Lane Fox feel about Harry's attempted rehabilitation, this operation, his inclination to participate, his true feelings? Oh, there's the Three of Swords. That's showing itself, his true feelings about this, and then whether he would participate in anything, or it's no, too late, sorry, not getting involved, not my place, don't want to do it, loyalties lie elsewhere. He did, of course, quit, interestingly, when she showed up, the Queen of Wands. He left, and that was that, and he left. The timing was interesting. It was around Tiara Gate, what Meghan wants, Meghan gets, all of that stuff. He obviously saw the writing on the wall, this is my opinion, and decided that that working environment, oh, the Three of Swords again, really wants to be seen. Okay, we've seen you. We've seen you. We're going to shuffle it back in, and then off we go. Little 5-card reading, and we're going to ask relationship, his feelings about this operation, his true feelings about whether he would want to be involved, and will he be involved. So quite simple. It's tarot, it's all fun and entertainment, it's all my opinion, it's all speculation, it's just energy we read here, and disclaimer in the box below. Ooh, there it is. I love it when tarot is this literal. And I have another literal card for you here. There's the Hierophant. It's the Five of Pentacles. It's in reverse. And what does the Five of Pentacles really mean? It means coming in from the cold. It's the banishment and exile card. Exile and banishment from the royal family. Wanting to come back in. Asking for help. Outcast, in despair, spiritually bankrupt. And in reverse, I want to come back in, banging at the door, let me back in, let me back in. It's a bit Wuthering Heights-y. I've had that on my mind recently, that Kate Bush song, and I'm getting strong Wuthering Heights vibes from this card today. Just so you know, situation that we are dealing with Mr. Lane Fox and the has-been. That's the royal family. That's him that he tapped into this whole network, very connected, very reliable, responsible, understands how things go, can take the long view about things, can plan down through the ages, so everything is wonderful, but very much in with the royal family with that Ten of Pentacles, I would say. And of course, we're trying to bring the has-been back into the royal family. It's very clear. It's showing up the Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles. If anyone can do it, he's the man who could do it. So really, what we want to know today is he invested in doing this? What is the relationship like between Harry and Edward Lane Fox right now? I think he's still on the board of Invictus. Well, we got the Five of Wands in reverse. It's a conflict card, as you can see from the keywords. Suppressed animosity, latent hostility. I like that. I tend to agree with that energy. It's fighting card. Rivalry, competition, the Five of Wands. It's a sporting card as well. So it's interesting. I was talking about the Invictus Games when I was turning that card over. I would say that there's no love lost there right now. That they've had a kind of a falling out, which might be a falling out behind the scenes, which is why the card is in reverse, that we don't know truly what the nature of the relationship is. He's still, as far as I can recall, he's still involved with the Invictus Games, even though a whole load of people have left the Invictus Games very recently, senior people. I think that there's no love lost. So how does Mr. Lane Fox feel? Speculating, of course, just doing tarot. How does he feel about this operation, bring the has-been back? Just generally, there is the Emperor. That is planning and strategizing, which would be his area of expertise. It's like a military campaign. That's why we've got the Emperor there. It's the king, of course. It's another royal family thing, but it's leadership. It's getting the troops organized, marching them off. So he's looking at this, and he's looking at it from a campaign point of view. He's looking at it as, how's it going to work out? Are they doing the right thing? Who's leading it? Who's planning it? Who's running this thing? It's not negative at all. But I think it's because it's his professional interest that has been piqued by this. So he might be tempted. He might be tempted because it's interesting. He gets prime spot. He's the one. It keeps being said, if anyone can do this, he can do this. I don't know whether he's a sir, whatever, or anything like that. There might be something like that lurking around there in that energy. If he doesn't have that kind of title or honor, I'm not sure of the right terminology, sorry, but it's in there. So his true feelings about this. How does he truly feel about being implicated in this? This is his view of the plan, his own personal feelings now, his hidden feelings. And we have the High Priestess, and it's in reverse, which tells me quite a few things. It tells me, first of all, because this card has shown up a lot recently in reverse, that someone's clutches, the long arm of the claw, as I'm calling it now, that the long arm of the claw might be a problem, and Harry would have to be wrestled away from that claw, first of all, because that claw was the reason why Edward Lane Fox, in my opinion, and I'm speculating, of course, left when he did. And of course, saw the writing on the wall and thought, no thanks, this is not for me. A bit like Josh Kettler did after only 3 months of working for them in Montecito. So that's the first thing, that there is a problem with that female energy, with that High Priestess energy, because she's very influential and in a rather behind the scenes kind of a way. The influence is maybe through manipulation, through influence, through hypnosis, that kind of thing. I'm speculating. I'm not saying that that is exactly what, but it's kind of manipulative. The High Priestess, mysteries and secrets and almost magic, but it's not magic, but close to that kind of energy. That's how it's coming through for me personally, my opinion. There is something else, of course. The High Priestess rules secrets, and he might be concerned that things are going to emerge. Quite awkward things, quite difficult things to do possibly with women and women's issues, pregnancy, stuff like that, that he thinks, I'm not sure I want to be around when that happens. Or perhaps I'm the only one that could be around and navigate my way through it successfully, the Emperor. There is something in here that is tempting for him. Even though he said this, it's not something I've got a view on, I'm afraid. That is a powerful card, the Emperor. What's going to happen? Is he going to get involved? Is he going to succumb to this temptation that the Emperor is representing to me and get over this conflict that he's got with Harry and his concerns about secrets, about the long arm of the claw? What's going to happen? Doesn't look like it. King of Swords in reverse. I don't know what sign he is. I did try and have a quick look before I started this reading. But this is his energy, and it's in reverse because the King of Swords, as you can see here, is about smart leadership, wise advice. This is the person who fixed the mess the last time. Very high status, very shrewd, very strategic, able to plan for the long term. I said that with the Ten of Pentacles. Can see into the future, knows exactly what's got to be done, is dispassionate about things. Isn't moved and swayed, but it's in reverse. So I think that he's going to opt out of this one, as tempting as it is with the Emperor there. He's going to opt out of it and say, nah, too much trouble here, too much trouble there. This is his true feelings, and there is a problem here with this, the secrets, the mysteries, the influence that High Priestess wields still. That's my opinion, of course, and that's the reading for today. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.